Kun'yomi and Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel, and this is the 51st lesson of this playlist on Japanese lessons for beginners. I am your friend Sujoy Chatterjee. Today we will again venture into the world of kanjis and learn 5 new characters. That is kanji from 61 to 65. You can see here the 5 characters which we are going to learn today. For each of these 5 characters, we shall look at their readings in Kun'yomi and On'yomi, their corresponding meanings, the involved radicals, the stroke order of the characters, and their origin and evolution aspects. So let's begin with the first symbol, which is for hand. So this kanji symbol for hand. The Kun'yomi reading is te, and also in certain usages ta followed by the rest of the word is used. In onyomi we have shu for this character, and also zu is used in certain applications. Going to the meaning, in kunyomi the meaning of te is hand, arm, forepaw, foreleg, handle, hand, worker, help, trouble, care, effort, means, way, trick, move, technique, workmanship, handwriting, kind, type, sort, one's hands, one's possession, and ability to cope. So these meanings, these are applicable according to the usage. So for example, the generic meaning is hand, but this symbol may be used to represent workmanship or handwriting or even trick. So any of these meanings may be represented using this character, and depending upon the situation or the usage where it is being applied with in combination with other characters, either in other some other kanjis or some other hiragana characters, different meanings will be formed. So don't get confused with so many meanings for this single character. So these meanings will come out depending on the context in which this symbol is used. So as a beginner, you should understand that this basically represents the hand. This is Teashi. Teashi means hands and feet, limbs, person at one's beck and call, person at hand, or reliable worker. The onyomi meanings, this is shujutsu, shujutsu, which means surgery or operation, procedure, skill with one's hands. So something done skillfully using the hand. This is shujutsu. Then we have shuki. Shuki means note, memorandum, or a memo, memoirs, or some personal account or some personal description. For example, in the personal diary. So this is shuki. This symbol is a radical in itself. So there is no other radical or any other parts involved. It is the basic or fundamental kanji character. Now let's look at the stroke order of how to write this symbol. So this is the first stroke. This is the second stroke. This is the third stroke. And this is the fourth stroke. So in this way, the character will be written. So the first stroke is very important because it is coming from the opposite direction. So this way, 1, then 2, then 3. Mind here, the length of the second stroke is shorter than that of the third stroke. And finally, the fourth stroke like this. So this is how the character will be written. Now the origin. So this is the ancient form of this character. You can see here there are 5 leaves which represents the 5 fingers of the hand. So this is the ancient way of representing the hand, having this is the palm and these are the 5 fingers. So this got modified or evolved to this. Again, it represents the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 fingers, and this is the palm, and this is the wrist and the lower portion of the hand. And from this the modern character, that is today's kanji, has evolved. So this is how this character has evolved. Now let's move on to the second kanji of today's lesson, which is for representing a circle, a round, or the Japanese currency yen. The Kun'yomi readings include maru, marui, or mado, and the On'yomi reading is n. There is just a single On'yomi reading, which is n. The Kun'yomi meanings: marui represents circular, round, spherical, curved, smooth, harmonious, calm, or peaceful. Then we have maru for circle, entirety, whole or full, complete, money, soft-shelled turtle, suffix for ship names, names of people, swords, armor, musical instruments, dogs, horses, etc. So this maru is basically used as a suffix for all these kinds of names. And then we have madoi. Madoi means sitting in a circle or a pleasant gathering. So everything that is related to circle is maru and mado. In Onyomi, we have N as the Japanese monetary unit, that is the Japanese currency, which we call yen outside Japan. And in Japan, since ye sound is not present in the Japanese alphabet system, so it is pronounced as N. And it also means circle in Onyomi reading as well. This is daen, da n, which means an ellipse. So this is not circle. So when da is added to n, n is circle. So when da is added to circle or da is added to n, it becomes an ellipse. Then we have do shin n. Do shin n, which means concentric circles. Concentric circle means multiple circles which have the same center. So concentric, that is circles having the same center. The radical involved in this kanji character is this, which is the kanji character for open country. So this portion is the open country radical, and these are the parts which are added to form this kanji of n. The stroke order: this is the first stroke, this is the second stroke, this is the third stroke, and this is the fourth stroke. So in four strokes, this character will be written like this. So this symbol is very, very commonly used because this is used to represent the currency in Japanese language. Now, how this symbol was arrived at. So as you can see here, this is some ancient container kind of thing, which is called ding. This is called ding. Ding means it is an ancient, large, three-legged bronze cauldron for cooking or sacrificial rituals. So in Japan, this ancient utensil, or we can call it cauldron, used for cooking utensil basically. So this is the ding, and the symbol of this ding is this from the ancient scriptures, and it got evolved into this symbol in ancient China, and you can see here a circular part is there. So a circle indicating the top edge of the ding. So this is the top edge. So you can see here the top edge of the ding. This is round or circular. So this is represented using this circle here in this evolved symbol. And from there, the modern version has evolved like this. So this is nothing but some modified or modern version or the evolved version of this old uh, symbol. So this is nothing but the top edge of the ding. So that was yen. Now the third character of today's lesson represents the letter, word, or section of village. So this symbol may be familiar to you because we have done this symbol, which was the symbol for child. So this is basically developed or evolved from that child radical itself. So we will see it in the next slide. So right now for the Kun'yomi reading of this symbol is Aza, Azana, or simply Na, preceded by the rest of the word. And in On'yomi it is G. Aza, section of village. Azana, Chinese courtesy name, name formerly given to adult Chinese men and used in place of their given name in formal situations. So this is out of respect basically. Then we have Owaza. As we know that O represents for big. So that's why this big kanji is there and this is the kanji for this section of village. So Owaza means larger section of the village. And this symbol is for small. So this the pronunciation of this is Koaza, which means small administrative unit of a village. So this is the larger section, this is the smaller section, and thus this symbol represents large and this symbol represents small. So we have done both these symbols, and today we are doing this symbol. In On'yomi, the meaning of G is character, especially kanji. So kanji, in the spelling of the word kanji, in kanji, we see this character present. So there are two characters in the word kanji. Kan, there is one character for kan and there is one character for ji. So this is that ji which is present in kanji. So this symbol represents the pronunciation is ji and the meaning is a character. For example, in kanji, letter or written text or even handwriting. Then we have jikei. Jikei means character style or character form. Then we have Daiji. Daiji means title lettering. And we have AG. AG we know. Eigo is English language and AG is English letter or alphabetic character of English. Radical, as I said, it is derived from the child radical. So this is the child radical. So this is basically the child radical. And this is the additional portion of this in this character, which makes it the character for letter or word or section of a village. Now let's look at the stroke order. This is the first stroke, this small one. Then we have this second stroke. Then we have this third stroke. And once this is done, the rest is the stroke order as was in child kanji. So this is the fourth stroke like this. This is the fifth stroke. And this is the sixth stroke. So in 6 strokes, we can complete the writing of this character. Now let's see how it was evolved. So we have seen this in one of our previous lessons in which we studied about this kanji symbol for child. So this was the ancient symbol, and from that the modern symbol for child was derived. So you can see the similarity between these two. So from this child, now the kanji character for letter, word or section of village has developed. So the child is present here and this is an additional portion here. So the child symbol is here and this additional portion has got added on top of that. So this is now the kanji for letter or word or section of village. So the original meaning is to become pregnant, to give birth to nurture, to love. So as you can see, this is the child and the child is here and this symbol, this additional part here. So that's why it means to give birth to. So to give birth to a child. So from that sense, this character has come. So this is a pregnant lady. That means this is covered. A child is covered here. So that means the child is inside the body of the lady. So it's a pregnant lady. And the modern meaning, letter or character, letter or word or character, it is either from a different root or a derivation from the original meaning. That is, it has followed a completely different track to arrive at this for the letter or word, or the original meaning, or it has come from the original meaning, that is to produce or to generate. So since this symbol represents to produce or generate, as it is used to represent pregnancy. So this has been extended to letters and words also, because these are the building blocks of the language. So letter, words, characters, these are building blocks of a language. So that means these produce a language or a script. So that's why this symbol is used for letter and word as well. So this is how this symbol has been formulated to represent all these meanings. The next character for today is woman or female. This is the character. So earlier we have seen for male, which was otoko, and now for female it is onna or me in Kun'yomi, and jo, neo or neo in On'yomi. So this all of these represents a female or a woman. For male it was otoko, and in On'yomi it was dan. Now the meaning of onna is female, woman, female sex, female lover, girlfriend, mistress, someone's woman. We have me as female, smaller of the two, weaker, woman or wife. We have Sao Tome. Sao Tome means a young female rice planter or a young girl. In Onyomi, we have Jo for woman, girl, daughter, Chinese girl constellation, which is one of the 28 mansions or 28 zodiac. Then we have this is Jo. Jo means queen or female champion. Then we have Shoujo. This is Shoujo, which means a virgin female, that is maiden, that is unspoiled by human activity, unpolluted by sexual intercourse. So the meaning of this has been extended to non-living activities as well, that is unspoiled by human activity. That is, for example, forest. If a forest is not uh, spoiled, like the trees are not cut, then also this shoujo may be used in that respect. Otherwise, it basically means unpolluted by sexual intercourse. So a virgin female basically. It is a radical in itself, and this is the stroke order. This is the first stroke like this, first stroke like this, then we have the second stroke like this, and finally the third stroke. So in 3 strokes, this character will be written. Now, how it originated. So you can see here, this is the ancient symbol of a female. So it clearly represents a female body. So these are the 2 breasts, and this is the female body. This is the backbone. This is the head, and this is the final backbone. So a woman with breasts kneeling or standing. This symbol represents this, which is the ancient symbol. Now this evolved into this symbol. So here you can see only the upper portion has been retained in a slanted way. So these are the 2 breasts of the lady, and this is the head, and this is the reduced form of the body. So this was again an ancient form, and finally the modern form has been derived like this. So here if you compare this one, so this portion is this, and this portion is this. So the middle line, that is the bifurcation between the 2 breasts, have been removed in the modern character, and a single, this midline has been removed, and this portion is this, and this portion is this. So this is how the kanji for woman or female has been arrived at. The last kanji for today's lesson is sentence, literature, script, or some form of art. So this is a very popular character. You will see it often in Japanese writings, which represents sentence or literature. Kun'yomi, it is called fumi or aya, and in on'yomi it is called bun or mon. Fumi means letter, writings, or script. Then we have fumiko, which means scented insert to enclose with a letter, perfumed insert. So something scented which is inserted somewhere inside a letter or somewhere. Then we have aya, which means figure, design, pattern of diagonal stripes, style of writing, figure of speech, design, plot, or plan. In onyomi, bun means sentence, composition, text, writings, the literary arts as opposed to the military arts, academia, literature, or a statement. Then we have bunka. Bunka means culture or civilization. We have jinbun. Jin, as you know, this is the person radical. So this is jin. So jinbun. Jinbun means humanity, civilization, or culture. So this is very easy to remember kanji word and which represents the humanity or civilization. And then we have kobun. Kobun means official document or some kind of archive. This is a radical in itself. So this is a kanji radical and the stroke order is like this. First stroke, second stroke, third stroke and fourth stroke. So the stroke order is very, very important. You may not write this stroke first and this stroke later on. So you have to follow the sequence so that the correct shape of the character is formed in your writing. Now, how this kanji evolved? So this is the ancient form, which is a man with a painted or tattooed chest. So this cross symbol represents the tattoo on his chest. The tattoo symbolizes a script. In current form, tattoo has vanished. So this is the current form of the word where this man's structure is still there, but the tattoo here has vanished. So simply an outline of a man, that is head. This is the head. This is the stretched arms and this is the chest and these two are the legs. You can compare this with our familiar uh, character here which has no chest, but here the chest is there. So because of this tattoo, it represents some kind of text or literature or script. So because of that, this character was taken. However, in this character, the tattoo portion has been removed. So this is how we arrive at this character. So that's all for today, friends. Do practice these 5 kanji characters that we learned today in your notebook. And with practice only, you will remember these and also try to remember the basic meanings of these 5. If not all that we discussed, but at least the very basic meanings, that is the first meaning of these characters that we included in the video. Please do remember that. And I will be back soon with the next lesson. And the next lesson will also be a set of few more kanji characters. So till we meet, arigato gozaimasu, matai masho.